Hey guys, welcome to another Tree Milsim video. Today we're going to be showing you how to set up a plate carrier for Airsoft and Milsim events. Now if you guys are brand new to Airsoft and you've just picked up a plate carrier, you don't know how to set it up, this video is going to be great. I'm going to be going over all the different things that you can do to try and get this thing running super nice and have all the things that you will need to be effective out on the Airsoft field. If you guys are more experienced and are going to be going on to Milsim events, this video will be great to show you kind of all the essentials I think you need, as well as just how to have it run super nice. Now obviously this is all my own opinion. This is all based on my preferences from how I've gone to different events and found what works and what doesn't. Yeah, I'm replacing my main plate carrier with this one. My old one got really run down from years and years and years of playing, so I figured it was time to upgrade, and I let you guys know how I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be transferring a lot of gear over onto this plate carrier because a lot of that stuff is really good. So if you guys are enjoying this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you leave a like and a comment, as well as make sure you're subscribed. We've got some awesome stuff coming up for you guys soon. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so first things first, this is the Yakeda plate carrier that I picked up. It is just one I got on Amazon for about $80. Obviously there'll be a link in the description if you want to check it out yourself. But I've got 4 essentials that I think you guys should get before going to start up your plate carrier. The first one I'm going to say is pick up a Magpul MOLLE helper. So this functions in a way of allowing you to set up MOLLE on your plate carrier and like pull things through and just make it super easy. But this just makes the whole process way easier than trying to get your fingers in and just messing up. The next essential I'd say you guys should get is foam plate carrier pads. You can go with real ones if you want, but that's a lot of weight if you want to carry that around. But the reason why I recommend getting foam pads is it just helps sturdy up the plate carrier. Now everything then just holds nicely together. It's a lot more sturdy and more together when you're trying to run and stuff like that. So I definitely totally recommend picking these up. They're super cheap, like 10 bucks for 2. So just make sure if you do pick them up that you get ones that will fit your plate carrier in case you've got one that's a little differently designed. The next essential that I'd recommend getting, and this is especially for Milsim events and those that play in hot environments, is a hydration pack. Now, hydration is obviously so important to play with Airsoft, and this is just a very convenient way to have water available to you, quick and easy, no matter what, without having to carry water bottles around and also leaving no trash or waste. But this just is super convenient, and I'll show you what I'm going to store it in, but I definitely recommend getting hydration of some sort. Hydration pack is a convenient way. And then the next essential I would definitely recommend getting is a sling. Now this is just a Magpul 2-point sling that can turn into a 1-point sling. The reason why I recommend getting a sling is just because when you're at a Milsim event or a long event and you've got a gun on you, it's sometimes nice just to let it hang on you without having to find a spot to put it down or forgetting it, and just helps you interact and react to different things when you have this. So I will be running this through my plate carrier so that it is permanently attached and it's just easier to access. So I would totally recommend getting those 4 things. All right, so we're going to start with the back first, and I'm going to install a pack here for the hydration carrier. Now I've got my hydration here, as well as a multicam tube cover that goes over the tube, which just helps insulate it a little bit. It keeps the sun directly off of it. It does help a little bit, as well as it blends into the camo as well, because I usually run multicam with this. But this is the hydration pack that I like to use. This is made by Pantech. I honestly cannot find this anywhere online. I don't think they make it anymore, but there are different variants that you can find, and obviously there are tons of different hydration carriers that you can get for Airsoft. I just really like this one. It just fits really nice. But one thing you will find when you do buy a hydration pack for a plate carrier is they are much longer than the back of a plate carrier. So you see, if I was to attach it here, it overhangs at the bottom by quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that super well. And it looks super dumb when you're running out there. I swear every single one you buy is like way longer than it needs to be. So, but the reason why I go for something like this over just a straight up hydration carrier holder is because it has separate pouches here at the bottom where you can add supplies like snacks or different tools if you need, as well as things that maybe your teammates can grab in a Milsim event. I just like being able to carry few things with me for the longer Milsim events. So just think of that when you're going to go buy a hydration carrier, that you get something that will fit your needs. And I mean, if all you needed to do is just carry hydration, then I would go for just something like that. But the fundamentals are all pretty much the same. This one has 2 long MOLLE straps here that go on each side. But the way MOLLE works is, and I've seen this so many times when people are new and they go out airsofting, a problem that they like to do is when they try to MOLLE, they usually just go through the top run, through the bottom one, and then clip it in. And then what happens is when they're going out playing, the thing is just flopping around, bouncing around. They love to do it on their mag pouches in the front, and then their mags fall out and the pouch falls off. And I've seen that at a couple Milsim events for people that were just going through their first one, and it's like, oh dude, you got to spend a little bit more time setting it up right so that way it doesn't fall off and fall apart. There's a reason why there are so many different MOLLE webbing and weaving. All right, so we've got the pouch on the back here. What you want to try and do is make sure it's nice and flush, so that way it looks good. You can just finagle it by folding it up at the bottom and tucking it away with straps and stuff. All right, now we are on to the front of the plate carrier, and I've got the foam pads already inserted, but you're definitely gonna wanna spend most time on this part, getting it nice, because this is where you'll be working with the most. Obviously, let's take off the tags here. And then, so this is up to you, but this, you can see these retention straps here for the magazines. I hate them. I hate them. They get in the way. They slow you down when you're trying to reload and put stuff in. So I just cut them. I get rid of them. That is up to you guys, though. If you want to keep them, go for it. It definitely does help hold the mags in place, but I find that even without them, the mags are fine. I'd rather just be able to access the ammo and the mags a lot easier. So with those removed, it is now super easy to get your M4 mags or AK mags or whatever in there. They just fit in super nice, and that's not going to come out with running or jumping. So it's up to you. If your plate carrier comes, or with the pouches that you buy come with those, I hate them. So I would totally recommend trimming those, but those hold in place. Now, obviously, some plate carriers are not going to come with the built-in pouches. Some of them you'll have to buy separate. There's different kinds that you can get. I've got this one here that I used to run for quite a while. These are just single stacks with pistol mags that you can have in the front, and you can, what I usually do is I have 2 pistol mags as well as a speed loader in the front. It's just super nice. So I'm going to install this at the front here, because like I said, I'm installing this for a Milsim event. I feel like 6 is a good number of mid caps to carry with you. If you're running high caps, you don't need to do that, but if you're running mid caps, Milsim event, it's nice to have extra ammo with you. So I'm going to install that right now. That is the front of the plate carrier and how I like to run it. I like to keep it super slim and super profile. This obviously for Milsim events to have these 6 mags. If I was doing just normal airsoft game days, I would just have the 3 mags with me. But I'm going to combine this with the back, and I'll show you how I run the sides. All right, so here I am with the loadout kind of almost complete. I've decided to go ahead and add all the extra things, and I can go over it with you, be a bit easier to explain rather than have you guys watch me do each individual piece. This video would never end. All right, so first we're going to start off on the left side. I have a spot for my radio. I just carry a Baofeng radio here, and I have the cable for the push-to-talk that wires through the back, up through the top, up through the shoulder straps, and then here's a push-to-talk. This will eventually obviously connect to the contacts. I have my 1 to 2 point sling from Magpul. Now the way I like to run it, I mean everybody's a little bit different, but I like to have it go through the right shoulder strap and then under my left arm, and then that way I can hook it into the gun, make it 2 point, easy to swap shoulders and stuff depending on what angle I need to shoot. But that is how I run my sling. And then obviously I have my hydration tube that comes here along the left. That way it stays out of the way of me shooting. On the right side here, I have a Thunderbee grenade. I can take this off pretty easy if I need to take off this mount, but if I'm going to an event where there's a grenade, this is pretty easy to access. And then on the far right, I have a little pouch here. This is specifically for GoPro stuff, extra batteries, just a little bit of some small tools if I need. So you guys can fill that with whatever you need if you wanted. Obviously I have some patches up here at the top, show where I'm from, and some other cool things to brag about. But that is pretty much the basics of my plate carrier. There's obviously so much more that you guys can do with it. I feel like this is simple enough to where it is not too overwhelming as well as not too cumbersome, but also has everything that you could need. There's obviously extra spots back here with the built-in mag pouches if I needed to add a couple of other things. You guys can always get a first aid kit that you can add to the side for big Milsim events, or just carry other things with you. If you wanted, you could attach a dump pouch to the side of the plate carrier. I like to keep that on a belt, but that is up to you. You can carry electrical tape with you. You can put this on a little carabiner at the back. There's so many things you guys can do with the plate carriers to set it up to make it feel right. But the one thing I would recommend is make sure you, before you go out to a Milsim event or going out airsofting with your new gear, just put it on, try it out, make sure it's fitting nice and tight and fitting real good. That way, when you get out there, you're not going to be surprised by something rubbing on you in the wrong spot, it feeling a little too loose. You want to really make sure you know your gear. You don't want to be thinking and focusing on that whilst you're out there playing. So that is the plate carrier. I'll show you here of me with all the gear. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment what else you would like to see me to cover or break down, or even go over and show you how I set things up. But if you're not subscribed, please do, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.